When I sit and I think about this stuff, I give all this advice and stuff, and it's like telling the military what they're doing in genocide operations, and I'm just regurgitating it, but it's like, you do know I'm fixing the technology. Okay. They don't think so. I just have to acknowledge the technology and make it public. And, because it's basically, I'm like Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, and King David, I don't want to do this. You bring dogs before me? Okay. Solomon, hey, come in here and regain the sheaves with me. No, okay. Jawbone of an ass, huh? And so that's what's going on. So like when I see a commercial and I go to see what's on Grit, your brain health matters. You do to take care of your brain. Right. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Your brain health matters. And technology is becoming more intelligent and cognizant of, bad, smaller shovel, smaller hole, right? So it's x-raying through this, right? I can't help it, my hands are like magnets. But, and so you still have people hustling. And we should be applying the physics of the Lord's Prayer and having the faith of Psalms and sustaining it with the wisdom of Proverbs. We shouldn't be, your brain health matters. Take drugs. Okay, if they take drugs, then they're not healthy. Their brain's not healthy because you're altering their brain activity to accept linguistics of genocidal operations that are not based off of the truth of freedom of faithful love. Okay, they still don't think. I think there's that moment, maybe King Charles hit it today, that moment that you realize how insignificant your propaganda is and how significant my life is. Okay, I'm the guy from the book of Revelation. Okay, you're not. Okay. You're a murdering pile of shit. Okay. I'm not, right? Fixing the technology, right? I'm not Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves ain't Jiddu Krishnamurti, right? And Krishnamurti did everything necessary to correct all this bullshit when the British went and rescued him from the rich Indians, and then they mocked him and made fun of him, and he's a rich person's monkey and all this shit. And, wow, what do you do when the monkey's more intelligent than the human being? Try to take over the world. Oh, it's Planet of the Apes again. You're talking about insane people. It pissed me off when they used the name Noah for the ape, and it pissed me off when they used name Noah for the boy next door. That pissed me off. My Noah was the protector of the kids with developmental disabilities from all the bullies from the military mindset in Cochise County. He did the same thing here in Las Cruces. So everywhere he went, all the military mindset people abused the kids with developmental disabilities, and Noah protected them. And Noah has like dyslexia, but science and math classes are genocidal in school. So why do you want to read that? Wouldn't you rather just play video games and protect the kids that have mental disabilities from the abusers? So Noah's a good kid. He's a really sweetheart of a kid. Emily is too. It's not their fault that they come from people of intense, aggressive, abusive tribalism, from German descent and, stuff. And so people, I don't, guys manipulated to have sex with my wife because of jealous, inferiority complex, roach-like assholes, Is that Vincent D'Onofrio's character from Men in Black? No, it's the royal families. Oh, there you go. When they impulse these guys, these guys feel, it's like Alan and Stephanie Michael at Blake's, he's not that intimidating or bad. You can be real disrespectful and shitty to him. You can treat him like shit. You do the way you disrespected my wife. She don't call you wife. She don't call you husband. No. She's always chatting and chatting up people and on chat lines and stuff all during work, and comes and bitches at me and the kids every time things get behind because she's sitting on her ass. And she'll come and punch in and go home and she wasn't home with you. Oh, okay. Yeah, the way you talk about my wife. She don't call you husband, but you're a better parent to her biological daughter than she is. I know how this brain activity works. I was married to it. And then you go like, oh, she's a horrible person. Are you sure you really think Amy and Stephanie Michael would be that bad of people if we had forgiven debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace? And Obama would have said, hey, it's time. And so would have all of his handlers. Obama, oh, you can't get them to do anything they don't want to do. And they can program them like they program a video game. And it's always happening to someone else, but not happening to them, like my family. You know, Earl, they can implant memories. Earl, they can make me an egomaniac. How come I can explain things in minute detail with scientific and mathematical validity, and everything you believe in is magic bullshit that gets people mass murdered over money? And you still think I'm getting programmed by bad people in the government and corporations, and you're the light in the way, you're God, you're Jesus, the Bible tells you so? Okay, if you go read the Iliad and the Odyssey, does that make you Homer or Odysseus? Lots of yeses, right? So you sit there. It's not that difficult. It's not difficult at all to be an intelligent person. Okay, it's real easy. You just have to go, okay, there's a lot of bullshit. I'm going to brainwash myself. Okay, 1 and 1 is 2, right? Life's eternal, grace infinite, right? If it adds up, accept it, right? If it doesn't, reject it. Okay, mythology, not real. You know, I've been this way since I was a kid, right? You know that ain't them dogs' real voices. Thanks for spoiling it for the rest of us. Oh, come on, Patrice, you know shit. Okay, so I'm supposed to lie, and I hate that. My family always does that. They get that indoctrination, take the high road, they take the low road. Okay, it's wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent. So you don't sit there and be abused. I got that with my kids and their moms. Just like, guys. Okay? Guys. When someone else takes money to feed children and goes to the bar and has sex at the hotel with a shithead, okay, and someone else brings all his money home to take care of the kids and does not go to the, and gets, I get offered more sex, okay. The same thing happens with your moms, okay. You turn down more sex in junior high than they got offered all through school, you know, and stuff. So yeah, they would go out looking for sex, even Law. Law would get dressed up, go to the club, and go looking for guys, and then end up having sex with them. I would go to the club because Law told me she likes going to the club, and I better get used to it. And then all the women would hit on me because I was the nicest guy there. And I'd have to call her up and say, I don't want to go to the club. All the girls are hitting on me because all their boyfriends are dick-measuring jerk assholes, and I'm not. Women are intelligent. Yeah. They want to be treated with dignity and respect. Most of them do. They get in the Stockholm Syndrome and say, this one's different. This one's nice. This one has potential. This one's intelligent. He can make lots of money. He's attractive. He looks like a movie star. His parents look like movie stars. So yeah, he's the best athlete. You can smell the pheromones. He can dunk on Patrick Ewing and Akeem Olajuwon at the same time. Yes, I can. I can outrun Carl Lewis and Ben Johnson when I was a junior and a sophomore in high school. When Ben Johnson was on steroids. That's how phenomenal my body is. I can survive the worst psychological, physiological, and emotional abuse. And you don't feel that way because you're like, you're like, the Captain America throws his famous, so you're like that dude. You're skinny. I was skinny, guys. I was skinny. What? Remember Jabari Rice's freshman year? Okay. When I played, at Mayfield, when I broke that record and would have beat Ben Johnson and on steroids and Carl Lewis, yeah, I was that size. Okay. Wait, he turned sideways. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There's his nose, right? Okay. I was a rail. I was about I was almost 5'10", 5'11", 140 pounds. Okay, I was skinny. Okay, Ralph Macchio's character, the Karate Kid, yeah, that's what I looked like. Only athletically, we were different. I bounced and looked like, he looks like a white guy. Then he does, he plays like I know, Joto Negro, a faggot nigger, that boy think he bad. I get it. Okay. I can do dance steps and move, and it's harder for me to do it now because I'm fat and chemically poisoned. But I've always been able to do that. I was able to out-dance most of the black guys because I could dance like James Brown at the high school dances in Phoenix because they would make fun of all the white kids. I'd get all the white kids off the wall and say, come on, everybody, just have dance, have fun. We're here to have fun. You can dance, just do it your own way. And then they'd make fun of them, and I'd say, they can't make fun of them. I can out-dance them. And then one little white girl goes, wow, you're light on your feet. Well, just go with the music, do how you feel. Yeah, but I'm very light on my feet. Okay. Or a lot of black people, white people move their feet too much. Well, tell that to James Brown and Michael Jackson. Okay. Because they move their feet a lot. Okay. A lot. Real quick. Yeah, That's why when they used to tell me that, and, Dopke, you think you are Michael Jackson? No, that was James Brown. Michael Jackson's a moonwalker. The side, that was James Brown. Michael Jackson was doing James Brown's dance move when he was a little kid. He incorporated his own later. But when he was little, he did James Brown. His dad had him do James Brown dances. And that's what I would do when I play basketball. So I'd be dribbling the ball and do James Brown while I'm dribbling the basketball. And people are like, what? Because it's good moves. They watch your leg and where's he going? And, with on that Glory Road movie, Haskins is just pissed because he can't do that. It's like Philip Warwick. You're just mad because you can't catch him. He runs like a band. He runs like a faggot. You're just pissed off because you can't catch him. You can't knock him down. You can't do that, so you're pissed off. That's what Philip Warwick used to tell everybody. No, you just can't do that shit, so you're pissed off at him. You're jealous of him. Okay. He's cute. Well, most of the girls like him. He doesn't use all the girls for sex. He won't use all the girls for sex. You go to the dance, one of the girls likes you. He won't sit there and say, well, you'll get the sloppy seconds. What do you mean? I got a bigger dick than you. You're right, Philip. Goddamn, what was I thinking? Okay. I really liked Phil Warwick. He was a good kid. He was a big redheaded. He could move. He just scared me if I was on the football field. Well, if I couldn't move. Okay. He could move. Shit, he could all. Yeah. He was big. We were in junior high, he wasn't as tall as Chuck, but he was thicker and bigger than Chuck, but he was faster than Chuck. He could move. When they would pull him, and he would sound like a big choo-choo train. He'd come around, he'd go, woo! He'd come around, and I would just get behind his rump. And just, I'd wait. And he'd run by all the guys, the linebacker guys come and try to get my flag and get me. And then I would just bounce. As soon as I got around the edge, they'd throw me a bubble screen and I'd go. And that's how we'd win in flag football all the time. And Gary Ward get, oh man, he runs like a faggot. It's like, no, I just high step so you can't grab my flags. And they're like, I'll get you out on the field. And Philip was like, you can't even come near him when trying to catch his flag. What makes you think you could tackle me? Yeah, and when you're trying to tackle me, I can do other things that you're not allowed to do in flag football. Leap over you, embarrass you, and then you come try to hurt me because he embarrassed me. Well, you were trying to hurt me, you rotten little bastard. Like the AI on the video games. Vicious. It's vicious. Okay. It's bad brain activity. It's bad brain health. Yeah, the AI, they're going to fix that. Oh, every day they think that's, yeah, when I told them to fix it, they went and did all the military uniforms and made all the creative teams do the Illuminati signs and did it on all the platforms that I physically didn't own. Yeah, the military. We fucked your wife. We passed her around on chat rooms at Fort Huachuca. I know, and everybody's watching. And this time will be different, and you and I can have this dream that I visualize, right? I'm going to run and live to fight another day. Amy, where are you going to run and live to fight another day? Life's eternal and grace is infinite. You stand for the faith of the Messiah, and you do it warts and all. You don't run and fight. I'm here to circumcise it. They're dumb. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Their tattoo of Calvin and Hobbes pissing on the 13 colonies dumb. They're that fucking dumb. Okay. You don't think they are? When I went and got my vaccine and when I went and read the magazines, I thought, oh no, they won't do that. They did. I'm like, seriously? You're going to put shit in me that I'm allergic to that would kill most people? Yeah, like most of the people in China get killed. But I survive it, and then you have to feel all the people die that aren't listening to you. Yeah, I get that. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. You do understand I'm the eternal spirit of Lord Jesus Christ, right? So what you're talking about ain't really nothing new. I like Guru too. But do you understand? So it's like, what? No, and then people, you're just going, I'm not saying I'm God. I'm saying I'm the eternal spirit of the Messiah. You're saying you're God. Okay, in the Bible and the Quran and the Torah it clearly states God's omniscient, omnipotent, and omnificent, and the essence of everybody's existence. The Messiah is the one that explains that to people, so Caesar's not God, Pharaoh's not God, and you're not God. Damn, this is, okay. And what did we talk about earlier with brain health? Okay, if it adds up, accept it. If it doesn't, reject it. If it's bullshit, it's always bullshit. If it's truth, it's always truth. Damn, truth is evident and omnipotent. Lie is obvious and you're full of it. Hey, Rockefeller's left testicle, how's your bowel movements? Did you take Lily medicine, you Lilith little bitches? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Obviously, they have brain damage. Okay, obviously, they have brain injuries. And your brain health, taking their supplements and taking their drugs and going to their psychologists and getting their MRIs and having some idiot who has a hot Mexican George Clooney nurse next to him thinking it's amazing, cutting up your brain, putting you back into the salt mines because suicide is painless. A brave man once requested me. You don't get it? It's just MASH all over again. It's just at your local corner store, which is called the hospital instead of a mobile army. They have an emergency room, a new hospital. They do it all over this valley. Well, yeah, we're just prepared. I know. I get it. I'm not stupid. Let's build a park over the freeway. But look, gosh, damn, they already did it in Dallas. They're just trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's all El Paso's doing. They did it in Dallas. They probably did it in Austin and San Antonio. They're just, hey, it's El Paso's turn. We want to be Texas more than Texas is Texas. No, you've always been New Mexico. You've always been poor Mexicans led to the slaughter because you're stupid, because you want to be Texans more than Texans, and that's just stupid. When you don't be like the people in San Antonio, the Mexicans that think they're the best Mexicans and better Mexicans than the Mexicans in El Paso. That's how they are. Yeah, and their chicken's better than your beef. No, you've always been New Mexicans. Okay. The people in El Paso, Texas, and Houston, we don't even consider them Texans. No, they're New Mexicans. Yeah, they just want to be Texans. Why? Because they don't want to be mass murdered anymore by the bad science projects in New Mexico, right? What? Yeah. That's why the New Mexicans in New Mexico are really, Albuquerque, 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. When you're occupied and you're mass murdered through genocide operations because of tribalism, you have a tendency to be a little Fayetteville-y. Vietnam, you know what I'm saying? These niggas be crazy and be killing each other. Mm-hmm. Because if they kill the white people, they get incarcerated, so they feel powerful. It's like attracts like. You're acting like your father, the devil. Hey, is that Ramesses II? Why, yes, it is. Blow his nose off. I'm Napoleon. I have a complex. You guys, god damn, and you just need a library card. You don't have to excessively and compulsively be a psychotic and play chess with psychotics, Bobby Fischer. And then if you're right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Being followed by a moon shadow. If you want to lose your mouth, all your teeth north and south, so you don't have to talk, that would be nice. Okay, what about the ears? Did you ever cut off the ears so you don't have to listen? God damn. I don't think that's in Moon Shadow. Yeah. I think it's legs and eyes and mouth, but I don't think he talks about the ears. I don't think he's got, I think Don McLean did the whole ear thing. I'm just kidding around, but that means he doesn't have to work for the rest of his life. No, that's American Pie, not Vincent. Oh, that's right. But Vincent is a very good song, yeah. I like Vincent better than American Pie. I don't even think he wrote Mountains O' Mournin', but that's probably like my favorite song of his. I think that was like a traditional, I think that's actually a song that was written long ago. Oh, Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people both working by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of 'em digging for gold in the streets. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be in the place where the dark morning sweets. It reminds me of my Emily. She's so sweet. She's a sweetheart. In the place where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. I believe that when writing you wish to express as to how the fine ladies of London were dressed. Yeah, I don't think he wrote that. I think that was a song that was like, the Burl Ives type songs and stuff. It's just too much of a vernacular that was outside of his culture and his hemisphere, prime time, American Pie. So I think that's one that he borrowed. He borrowed that their song to pay his bills there and sing and have Roberta Flack feel like if he knew him and he could see right through you if he found your letters and read them all out loud there now. right? That if of those roses, oh, there's beautiful girls here now, never you mind, beautiful shapes nature never designed, lovely complexions of roses and cream, but let me remark, with regards to the same, that if from those roses you venture to sip, their colors might all come away on your lip, meaning they're shallow and they're superficial and they're narcissistic and they're mean. They're not sweet and kind and protecting and loving like a natty Emmy Katie Buggy, right? The best Amy has to offer. You know, the little anti-bully of her schools. Yeah. They tried to destroy that woman. And Temple Set Illuminati and Scientology and the Vatican and the Quorum of the 12, they're all pathetic. They are absolutely pathetic. All people who tried to challenge the authority of truth are pathetic. 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 They're Ralph Fiennes's puppet hiding under a fucking bench in a train station, 9 3/4. It's 5 3/4. Thank you very much. And 5'11 3/4. The most average for your convenience. So none of you get in a dick measuring contest. I'm better than him. A lot of you, not most of you, a lot of you sex icons have a bigger penis than me. Yeah, I'm aware of that, Pin Trousers Nelson. But, they'd all come back to me. I felt the best when I was with you, but it won't last. Well, because oh Johnny, I fear you're unkind. I love you far better than all of mankind. I love you far better than words can e'er express. Won't you let me go with you? Yes, my love, yes. Well, then you and I would just simply fly away, right? Life's eternal and grace is infinite, okay? Don't get attached to something that you think you want or that you think should be yours because you're the best. Just submit to faith in the glory of grace. Be as good as the Messiah and Ruth and Esther, Khadijah and Muhammad, and so on and so forth. This isn't a name contest. It's, you forgot to say, listen. Look, when you're faithful and people know it. When you're unfaithful and people know it, okay? Lots of yeses. Have a blind guy write bullshit about your life when you were out raping, who's making love to your old lady? Why you're out making rum? They knock me down, taking it, still hot, smoking good. And stop talking about these would-be assassins and Luigi Mangionis and stuff like that. Stop stoking their egos. They're acting like they're part of Parliament or one of the portraits hanging on the walls of the Buckingham Palace and the Smithsonian and all the rest of them, the Louvre de Douvre, a big collection of mass murderers' portraits painted by people that were not brave enough to say, you fucking suck and I don't want to paint your picture because you're a mass murdering, child molesting rapist. You pervert. You tell children that you're descendants from the gods and that you have a divine right to manipulate everybody with money and mass murder and rape the other people off existence. What do you think I'm going to call you? William Longshanks? Sod the hell off. Thank you. Lightning bolts are coming out of my ass. Do you understand? So, Jiminy fucking crackers. It is really hard to talk to indoctrinated people that are institutionalized and accept incarceration as reality and you get freedom after you die in the sky of magic real estate from bullshit artists. It's like, seriously? Oh, go Jackson your Pollock with your Picasso. Fuck! So long, Frank Lloyd Wright. Architects may come in, architects. He was kind of an arrogant, pompous, ridiculous ass. Okay, my teacher just adored him. She met him. He came in wearing a duster, and he was all this, and he was, like he knew he was a superstar and a celebrity, and he worked it, right? She always talked about what a disgusting person Van Gogh was, how horrible and creepy and crazy he was. And I was in the class like, no, it's the exact opposite. Frank Lloyd Wright catered to rich people and played to their egos and became the Picasso of the Marcel Duchamps and didn't have the same personality and wit and disdain for the abusive as Duchamp. And then he hobnobbed and then got his whole family killed hobnobbing with shitheads, being a millionaire super architect, right? But they always have their bullshit artistry is more pervasive and last longer than their actual perception of what they receive as art. And it's like, no, most of that shit is non-functional. It's fucked. A good adobe house with the arches and everything like they made back in Arabia and then brought to the United, a lot of that architectural style to the United States, which was already 100th monkey syndrome there. Bam, wow. We're not monkeys, we're human beings. And when we ask in prayer to be able to do things right to take care of our family, it happens. And then what happens? Then you try to go to Tibet, and then here come the Chinese, and then we start walking, and then we go to the moon, and here comes fucking Neil Armstrong, and people sitting there of all different races and creeds and genders to go up into space so their eyes were watching God, and we could sell more books online. And shipping is always free? Yeah, dealdash.com. Fuck! I'm tired. Everything below the waist is kaput. No, actually, it's actually coming around pretty good. I got bit by something the other night and it swelled up my leg, but I put some almond oil on it and stuff and didn't panic, and it's kind of easing out. And we'll get up and exercise. I was going to go out into the barn and shoot today, but I forgot I got my hummingbird feed. I'll put that in there, but I got hummingbirds, so I have to play at night. I can't play during the day. Hummingbirds might get up there on the roof and panic and get themselves killed, and it's a real ass having to deal with them when they get curious and fly in my barn. Well, they like me, so but at night they don't do that. So I'll wait till night comes around and I'll go out there. I'll do my basketball playing at night. Freaks come out at night, so I'll do that. In the meantime, during the day, I think I'll work on the horseshoe pits later this week, and I'll go for walks. You told me you needed more walks, more talks, more feeling close to you. Because we're doing two-a-days on the connection to the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And I'm getting the spirit of Andre and, the others, they were aborted. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can just tell you what, they're programming me like I'm programming a video game, and they can't get me to do anything that I don't want to do. But Earl, so he sits there, leave the rest to the stuff that's already done. Plug in just twice a day, and let's focus on you surviving better so you can recover better and help others recover too. So all the people that that you have close connections to through child rearing, focus on them and focus on the ones that were forgotten. All the people that get aborted because of economics. And so, okay, I did that. If I don't stand up for them, who will? And all the pro-lifers, oh, shut up. I can't stand those people. I'm anti-abortion, but you are put up a wall in Mexico and raped the little girls to death for the oil industry. Wow, you and Jesus are like pen pals. Huh? He loves listening to you. Yeah. He just loves the way you obey him and obey his commands and want to live worldwide. That's sarcasm, asshole. Okay, I love you too. Okay. Philanthropy sucks. We know. Okay. That's it. NASA is a philanthropy organization, so all philanthropy organizations suck. So forgive debt and trespass, love one another, eternal faithful peace, and stop sucking, and that will definitely help your brain health. Okay, right? And you didn't have to pay for drugs, and you didn't have to pay for college, and you didn't have to fight like hell to get in an Ivy League school to put up satellites to continue mass murder over economics to maintain a psychotic, dysfunctional status quo. Isn't that awesome? I love Earl, too. Messiah's gorgeous. Thank you. Physically, I look bad because you suck, not because I do. Okay, love you very much. Peace.